Welcome back to the show. The Seahawks season is unfortunately over after a 41-23 loss to the 49ers in the first round of the playoffs. But no need to dwell on what could have been, because you know what? We had a really good season. And we're looking forward to the postseason right now. And for that, Terry Hollimon joins me in the Hawk Zone. You know, there is a lot of gloating in my house right now. I don't know if you know, I live in a house divided.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Me and producer Rebecca both live with 49ers fans who
that's
are
right.
insufferable right now.
They're going to be terrible for a couple of weeks.
But, you know, I did not let that tarnish the shine of the Hawks. I mean, we have such a young team.
Yes.
I didn't realize this, but 60% of their roster had zero playoff experience.
Yeah.
And that included our quarterback, Geno Smith.
Absolutely.
So that has to factor in. I mean, never being to the big show before, all these things. And we did better than everyone thought we would.
We did do a lot better than everybody thought we did, especially at the beginning of the season. Everybody, you know, put us down.
Yeah.
Thought we had no chance to even make a playoff game at all, and they made it to the wild card.
Look at us.
Like you said, they were young and inexperienced, and when you get to the playoffs in the National Football League, that's the time that youth and experience gets exposed. I mean, these guys have been playing football for their entire lives. It's the same game, same amount of yards on the field. You get 6 points for your touchdowns. But when you get to this situation, you get a little bit closer to your ultimate goal of making it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be kind of intense for a young guy or inexperienced person that's never been there before. But now this team is young, but now they have that experience heading into next season.
Okay, so that'll be helpful.
Yes.
Overall, before we move on, what are your overall thoughts of the year?
I've said it before on this show, and I'll say it again now for the final time this season. We've been playing with house money, Amity.
Yeah.
Nobody gave this team a shot at being successful at all. At the beginning of the season, some of the experts and critics were saying they might win 4 games. And we've gone on to make the playoffs. And so you see Geno Smith have an incredible season where he's, you know, making a Pro Bowl for the first time in 10 years. We've got great players at every position, most positions, and so I think it was a bright light.
I think it says everything about the leadership and coach.
Yeah.
Coach Carroll really just, I mean, it's just a fun team to watch and to see. Do you have expectations for the Seahawks? Do you think they're going to be higher next year? And if so, is that going to be kind of hard to also face that pressure?
Yeah, I think you look at the success this team had this season when they weren't expected to have it, and the youth at so many important positions. You think now these guys have experience. They've been to the dance already. And so next season, I think they're not going to surprise people. People are going to be expecting them to be good, so it becomes a different challenge now. You have a target on your back. We know that these guys are going to be good, but we do have some free agents that they need to secure in this offseason. So this postseason is going to be exciting for a lot of Seahawks fans.
Okay. Speaking of free agents, the Seahawks have a lot of players who are set to hit free agency.
Yep.
Who should they make a priority when it comes to re-sign? We're looking at all the names right now. Just go ahead and pick a few.
Well, there's a lot to pick from, but I think first and foremost, the main concern is at the quarterback position, Geno Smith. He had, again, the most incredible comeback season of any that I can remember in a long time. And I think Pete Carroll said he wants to have him back in the mix next year, and he says he wants to be back. So that's first and foremost. We got to get him taken care of.
Check Geno.
Check Geno Smith. Rashad Penny, he had an unfortunate injury that put him down this season. He had a great, promising future. We want to make sure he's lined up for next year. And, of course, we want to make sure some of that interior defensive line are taken care of. We're looking at Poona Ford up there. We want to make sure he's taken care of.
Okay, so we need our quarterback, a running back, and Poona. Okay. What about the draft? That is 3 months away. Seahawks have 2 first-round picks. What are our biggest needs right now?
Oh, we talked about it a little bit already, and I think it's the quarterback position. You see at the number 5 spot, the Seahawks have an opportunity to either go out and get a great future franchise quarterback that could learn underneath a Geno Smith if we're able to keep him through this free agency, or somebody that can come in right away and start getting into the mix and maybe become a starter. But I think, again, Geno Smith has to be the first priority, get a young quarterback in here. And then after that is taken care of, I think we need to move towards the defense, where a lot of the problems were with this team this last season. And particularly the front 7, the defensive line and the linebacker position.
Isn't it risky, though, when you put that first pick out there for a quarterback who's not been tried? I mean, isn't that risky?
It is. It's a risk. Realistically, the whole NFL draft mostly is a risk because you look at guys that have been playing, succeeding at the college level.
Yeah.
A lot of times that doesn't translate into being a successful professional. You look at guys that are picked in the first round sometimes and they don't pan out. You spend a lot of money to get that guy, and then you look at some guys that end up being third, fourth, fifth round picks, and they end up being all pro, Hall of Fame type players. So it's really a crapshoot. The best you can do is take an educated guess as a GM or as a scout and figure out, what the future looks like for these guys.
Well, I'll say one of last year's draft picks turned out well.
Yeah.
Tariq Woolen is in serious consideration for Defensive Rookie of the Year. You think he'll get that?
You know what? It's going to be a toss-up between him and another guy that plays the same position by the name of Sauce Gardner. And when you have a name like Sauce, I think, that really, because it's really kind of a popularity contest right now, right? When you're talking about this position and being the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Sauce is pretty good, though. He plays in New York. They have a big media market. They're really pushing for him.
Well, we liked you, Sauce, but Tariq's our guy.
Yep,
we got to meet him when he was just first starting out.
Just a baby hawk.
He's our baby hawk, so we are always going to be cheering for Tariq. All right, everyone is talking about this Pete Carroll scooter video. Have you seen this?
I have not. This is going to be my first time seeing it.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it.
See Gino doing the gritty. Oh, Pete. Oh, looks familiar, Pete.
I seem to remember someone else doing a
Yeah, look at that.
Scooting.
I'm a little scooter right there. Me and Blitz did the scooting here last summer.
That's right. Look at that. I mean,
It's almost identical.
Did he take this idea from you?
think-
He said, look at Terry.
I would believe so. I think I heard that Pete Carroll is a closet New Day watcher. Like in between practice, he will come in and watch a little film and then watch a little Amity.
That would be the actual biggest dream of my life. I might even renounce UCLA for that. I'm
Don't
kidding.
be
I wouldn't
surprised.
do that,
We live in Seattle. Everybody watches Amity.
I hope Pete's
Bill
making.
Gates, you name it.
Hope they're all making our recipes too.
Yes.
All right, scooter race next year. You and Pete.
Sign me up.
I'm ready for that.
Ready.
But Pete can't get hurt.
No,
He
he
is a
can't. We got to take
treasure.
care. He must be protected at all costs.
all
We're putting knee
times.
pads, helmets, shoulder pads, whatever we need to do to take care of Pete.
We will do that. Thank you so much, Terry.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna miss you.
But I'm coming back. What do you mean? I'll be here like.
Terry's going to try it, actually. He's going to keep trying it. I can't wait to see what happens next. Meantime, thank you so much for spending time with us today, Bill Gates, Pete Carroll, and all of you. You can check our website for more of our content, and you can always send us an email and share your thoughts. But most importantly, my friends, get out there and enjoy your new day. We'll see you next time.